Okay, I should be recording now. Hello everyone. It's Kyle Espinoza, and we're going over my Follow the Sun assignment. So the idea I went behind for choosing locations, it was sort of based on what the professor, what Aaron said of locations where I felt really comfortable, you know, being alone in, walking across, exploring, stuff like that. I did some of my backyard, which is actually what these first two are, but the rest are actually out in the environment. In fact, the first two was sort of me kind of getting the feel for what I wanted my pictures to be like. For most of class, I've been really I've been trying to capture everything in the picture. I've been kind of afraid to explore past, focusing in on certain depths of field and having others being out of focus. So I really tried hard to embrace that sort of out of focus, in focus, out of focus look that others have been doing. And I think for some of them, they've been pretty well. Um, excuse me, sorry. A big challenge for me for this assignment was that I got sick all of last week, into the weekend, a little bit still got now. So that kind of made it a little difficult to be out and about while it was still really cold out. Because I did all these pictures from Pueblo and Springs and Denver. There's a lot of traveling. Excuse me. Um, so that was the unexpected challenge that I had to experience of being a little under the weather, um, feeling wise. But I feel pretty proud about especially midday and golden hour. I think I captured the look I wanted with these pictures, especially this one right here. I think this one's one of my favorites that I've taken. Um, Once I got out of Pueblo, um, not to say I wasn't trying to be pretty creative with the places I found, but once I got, you know, out of town and still in places I recognize and was comfortable with, I wanted to try to get like really creative with the sorts of pictures I was taking. I know that we're supposed to do environmental landscape with no specific subject. That was kind of difficult since the whole premise of um, all these ones so far have been sort of subject-ish focused, but I think I did pretty well capturing some interesting images. Um, so yeah, like I said, I one of my approaches for each picture was I wanted to experiment with the um where the focus was and trying to get some more things out of focus. Also tried to experiment more with framing and kind of see with some of these. I'm trying to be more conscientious of the lines in the photograph that exist and trying to lean into it. Like with bridge, excuse me, the parallel lines, stuff like that. Um, these last two I think were probably the most interesting for me as well when it comes to Blue Hour. I think Blue Hour was the most difficult for me because especially being sick, it got really, really cold. And I tried to wait till when it was underneath the horizon. So it was just that ambient light. And I think I captured it pretty well. Um, but yeah, that was sort of my intentions going into this, you know. I feel pretty good about all these. I never could understand the mixed lighting. I I know it was supposed to be with blue hour, I guess, with other artificial light. Um, I don't know. Every time I took a picture of it, it was always either too dark or too blown out. And I'm not even 100% sure if it is just with artificial light or if we're supposed to have our own like setup. Just I couldn't figure it out. Um, so I was hoping that the rest of the images would really stand on their own. Um, my overall takeaway for the experience, um, I was really surprised with how much the environment changed based off of the position of the sun in the environment. Um, not that I've never not noticed how big of a difference it is, but now that I was conscientious of, where the light was, how it was hitting things, how it was reflecting off things. Um, yeah, I especially when it came to blue hour, I didn't realize just how not muted, but just how much not direct sunlight really makes everything go into like I don't know, like a almost pastel-y, I guess, kind of look to it all. For a long time, I was like, oh, it's just kind of dreary. But now that we've been going over qualities of light, it was surprising to see places I was familiar with just kind of get a whole new feel to it. Um, and and Mixed light is still confusing to me. I Okay, I think that's everything. It was an excellent experience, very informative, very fun. I wish I wasn't sick for this because I think I would have been able to get even better pictures. Because as the day went on, to get golden hour and especially blue hour, dawn, dusk, it was kind of a drag. But yeah, I feel very confident of my pictures. I feel like I learned a lot, and that even making a video talking about it, explaining it, explaining my thoughts behind it, I think I'm proud of what I've made. So yeah.